Greetings, people. Now that the fight with Deontay Wilder seems in jeopardy, should AJ risk taking a fight with Zhang at the end of the year? Or is it too much of a risk? Eddie Hearn has stated that he doesn't mind making the fight between AJ and Zhang, and that he's confident AJ wins comfortably. Well, I think there's a bit of bravado in that statement. I do think AJ can win that fight, but it is a huge risk. Zhang is on the ascendancy. AJ is rebuilding. With what's going on with Matchroom being out of favour with Saudi Arabia, at least for now, it would be a coup if they could make a fight in China for the end of the year. Zhang is the new bogeyman, and he has a much bigger profile now and is gaining in world-class status. Just imagine it. If AJ went to China to take on Zhang, that would be a colossal fight. It would open boxing up to millions of people, literally. Apparently 60 million people watched the first fight against Joyce, and social media shares and mentions were over 300 million. Some say 330 million. And that is for the first fight, mind you. Now that's probably doubled. Is it worth the risk taking that fight now? I look at Joshua's new style, well, that is being more cautious and not rushing in, using his legs more and moving his head more. And I think that would be an advantage if he was to face Zhang. They had a close fight in the Olympics. AJ knocked him down, but Zhang wasn't outclassed. He was competitive throughout. People are a bit in awe of Zhang right now, and so they should be to a certain extent. They never knew he existed, and then they've seen him pull off 3 great performances. But opponents like that is nothing new to Anthony Joshua. He has fought some top tier boxers in the amateurs and in the professional ranks. And looking at AJ's Olympic performance, it isn't too dissimilar to how he boxes now. He was a bit more of a risk taker, but his style is still comparable. I remember an interviewer asking Alexander Usyk, does he think Dubois is more of a threat than AJ was? Usyk looked at the interviewer as if he had just fallen out of a tree. He shook his head and went on to say, AJ is an Olympic champion, meaning AJ has mixed and beaten real classy opponents in quick succession. I recently rewatched AJ's Olympic campaign, and AJ had to come through a real difficult group to win that gold medal. AJ had to beat Erislandy Savant, who has been world amateur champ 13-0 with 11 or 12 knockouts. This is the man the same height as Fury, but looks fitter and stronger. And then, just talking mind you, except for Zhang, he wants to fight anybody, and he would like to get his revenge on AJ for the Olympics. Zhang's advisor, Terry Lane, has said they've been talking to some high-up people in China to try to get the AJ fight done. Personally, I think Eddie has missed a trick by letting Zhang go after the Herkovich fight. Maybe he backed the wrong horse. Now Zhang is with Queensberry, which might make the fight complex. But I did hear Frank say he likes that fight. Eddie says he likes it, so why not get it on? Even though there's no belt on the line, it's a showstopper and could possibly have more eyes on it than Fury and Usyk. Am I going too far now? I don't know. But the population in China and Asia is so humongous, and they are really turning up for Zhang. They'd really be tapping into a completely new market. Anyway, I was just pondering on that possibility. I think AJ has the style to beat Zhang with his movement, punching speed, and the knowledge he's done it before would give him a psychological boost. But he can't get too greedy in there. He has to pick away at Zhang with jabs, 2s and 3s in the early rounds. Because as we saw with Herkovich, if you stay in the pocket to let your hands go for too long, you'll get countered with hard and fast replies. It's a 50-50 fight for me. Is it worth the risk? This is what they get paid for. And if AJ chooses to go down, maybe to some, an easier route, Otto Wallin, what do you think? Anyway, just my thoughts. Thank you, and remember, choose life.